My goodness, a month later. Hello and welcome everyone to Let's Play Tomb Raider 4 The Last Revelation. This is Alexandria 115 speaking, and I'm so happy to finally welcome you in Alexandria. Now, this location is one of the reasons why I had absolute nightmares about tackling Tomb Raider 4 Let's Play, a completionist one no less, because the area we are entering is a large hub connected not in a non-linear fashion to many different levels, which then present their own level loops like the one we experienced in Karnak. So, I'm really gonna try and make this entire location as little intimidating as possible for you, because there is so much to enjoy. It is absolutely gorgeous, and I think it's a nightmare for the first playthrough, but for any subsequent ones, it's an absolute joy to go through. So, first of all, you might already see that there was a lot of information written on the introductory stats card at the very beginning of the level. That will basically show you how many times we are going to revisit a particular instance. Now, this is something I'm going to explain in a much more detail in the next level, because that one, by the way, we're going to enter 9 times. I know, right? And there is a rhyme and reason to all these things, but basically my mission, my purpose will be to show you how to get the most goodies, kills and secrets in the very first visit of each area as possible, and then in the next one to get as much as possible, even if it will involve a minor backtracking. But later about that. Lara made it through the absolutely crazy train ride through the desert railroad. We have reached Alexandria, so we were traveling up north towards the shores of northern Egypt. And this is, this place. It will have a couple of modern buildings, couple of ancient ones, and Alexandria is also a place where Roman, Egyptian and Greek cultures mixed and matched. Very cosmopolitan in its time, so we are gonna see all these kind of cultural influences there. But first, mind the scorpions. They're the cultural influence I don't particularly care about. Again, these are the black variety, so they can poison Lara. In the dark corner over here you will see a small health pack. By the way, notice these posters. I'm not sure which one this is supposed to represent, but the one with the 2 sweethearts kissing, that must be Casablanca. I mean, come on, what else could it be? Okay. I just love this vintage touch. And there's gonna be also another thing which will have that similar kind of vibe. Now, we are gonna bravely enter a courtyard, and here I prefer to get our Uzis ready because there's an assassin. Let's do away with the bastard. So Von Croy's people are already here, unless this is a one big unfortunate coincidence, which I sincerely doubt. Now, this area is basically our home far away from home. It's, I guess, as close of a replacement as we'll get to Lara's home, because we'll be revisiting this area a couple of times to visit and drop in on a friend of ours. Now, before we formally let him know we are here, let's first take a look at his really wicked ride. And grab a couple of shotgun shells. So this bike, I love foreshadowing like this. We are actually not gonna get to use it within the Alexandria levels, but we will in the next thematic location in Lara's Egyptian adventures. So it's gonna play a very important role later on. Also, our friend will not mind given the situation he'll be in, but later about that we can do some exploring, but first I prefer to just drop in for a visit. But you know what? No. It can wait. Because I also want to show you where this assassin, should we not kill him, you might have noticed he was not particularly keen on engaging us, where he would lead us. He was actually running into this warehouse building over here to set up an ambush with 2 of his buddies. Now again, this is purely optional area, you don't have to go here, but if you are interested in getting all the kills, then please do, because there are 2 of his assassin buddies over here. And since we did not allow their first friend to really lure us in and ambush us, we can basically just tackle them in relatively big ease and comfort. And that's it. 2 shotgun blasts for these guys, not 4 like for the armored red and black assassins. So really easy, and there really is nothing in this warehouse area. I know it's full of features and crates. Again, reminds me of Lara's home in the first Tomb Raider a little, but there are no items or goodies here. There is just a graffiti which says todos, which in Spanish means everyone or everybody. I'm not sure why this is here, but there you have it. So, that's it for the warehouse area. I mind you, to our left over there is the entrance into the next level, but we would be missing out on cutscenes, and that is just unforgivable. So finally, from the beautiful fountain courtyard, let's drop in on Jean-Yves, who Lara has already visited once in her adventure, when leaving the Valley of Kings and before entering Karnak, where he told her about Samarkand's tomb.
Lara, you are alive. I feared for you. What's...
Von Croy has the amulet.
Ah, this is bad. But he doesn't yet have the armor. There is still time to prepare for set.
Jean, I'm tired. Give a girl a break.
My dear, when all this is over, you can retire. But now we must move swiftly. My men dive in the bay for remnants of Cleopatra's lost palaces.
Cleopatra?
Yes. She realized the armor's significance and had it brought here. Some was subsequently scattered, but...
And where would you recommend I start looking?
In the catacombs under Alexandria. My diggers have unearthed chambers connected to the Great Library. This would hold the true location of Cleopatra's palaces. We have yet to find a way in, but you...
Take me there.
There is a problem.
Von Croy.
Yes. His dig is expanding, crossing many of my own tunnels. Of course, my men would no longer work when Von Croy's thugs appeared on the scene.
Time to introduce myself to Werner's loyal workforce.
First, you must get him to the catacombs. Von Croy has them completely sealed up, and I fear he will soon have the armor.
Over my dead body.
This I fear also. I shall wait here for news. Return if you feel I can help in any way. Good luck, Lara. I fear you may need it.
I make my own luck.
I adore this cutscene so much. I mean, I make my own luck. Nice throwback into Lara's personality and what she said back in Cambodia to a younger Von Croy, back when she was... What was she? 14 years old? I think, something like that. Also, secondly, we have an actual friend, an actual moving, living, breathing creature that's not trying to kill us, and that's not Winston. I have so much appreciation for this. Now, this is a place where we'll be returning to get some good advice from our good friend, but in case you are not particularly fond of our friend, I'm gonna have to disappoint you. You cannot shoot him, kill him, poison him, or blast him away with a grenade, nothing like that. But, you know, he's not an enemy I would consider in our kill statistics or anything like that. Okay, now, another thing I love about the cutscene is just Lara's very first line. I'm tired, give a girl a break. You know, I can't help it but feel like this was the developers speaking through Lara. This being the 4th installment that they were releasing on a yearly basis. I mean, it was basically the core saying, please, just, you know, don't make us create more Tomb Raider games in such a short time span. And again, it's especially this game's ending that makes me really think that was the case. Now, if we take a look from Jean-Yves' balcony... Oh, get your guns ready, because we're not alone here. An assassin, and another one. Ooh, okay. I'm mostly following the sounds because I couldn't see a thing through the column, but there we are. Now, before we jump on that ledge and get those Uzis that one of the assassins dropped, let me explain something very important. In order to trigger future cutscenes with Jean-Yves, what you have to do is convince the game that you've entered his office and also left his office. And the way you're gonna do that is by leaving through the front door. If you leave through the balcony, you will have to re-enter, re-leave, and again re-enter the front door to have a discussion with him, right? Otherwise, the cutscene with him will not trigger. Secondly, the first and only secret in this entire hub area. Open the door. By the way, you do this using the action key and get the shotgun ready. We're not alone. Sneaky peeky. Whoa, there are his feet. It's kind of funny. So the secret is behind this door over here, which, by the way, let me just illuminate it. Just gonna use binocs every opportunity we get. This is the same door used in Lara's home in Tomb Raider 3, behind which her treasures, including the iris from Cambodia, the dagger of Xi'an, the pieces of Skion, the T-Rex head, and the golden mask were hiding. Just an interesting reuse of an asset. Sorry for breaking the immersion, by the way. Now, in order to open the secret, you need to press a switch on the wall over here. To get to the switch, you can't make a jump from that. The angle is all wrong. You will have to hold the roof and corner shimmy to get to it. So, we're gonna do that from Jean-Yves' conveniently placed balcony, not to worry. But first, since Lara is returning to his place, we will trigger another cutscene where he'll share more advice.
More information, oui? I believe some of the armor could be here in the town. A local collector had a small exhibition and was rumored to own a piece. It's hard to say if this is true. The man was a fool. A while back, he vanished, leaving the exhibition boarded up. So, if Von Croy hasn't got to it, perhaps this would be the place to begin.
So the man Jean-Yves was talking about is an owner of a particularly interesting museum that we are gonna break into in the next level. I'm so looking forward to that. But yeah, so this is how the cutscenes with Jean-Yves work. All the optional ones that I'll show you in the future revisits into this area are all triggered under a couple of specific conditions as it pertains to what sort of levels you have visited and haven't visited. Now, I believe there are 4 of these that I'm aware of, and I have tried so many different combinations. I believe I have them all, even according to other walkthroughs online. So I'm going to show all of them to you all in good time. And by the way, one thing I haven't pointed out, what we picked up from here were not just crossbow bolts and shotgun shells, but also laser sight. Now this is another weapon-related surprise I hinted at in the Tomb of Samarkand that I didn't want to spoil. This does nothing on its own. You can't just pick it up and look through it. That's what the binoculars are for. Instead, you will be able to combine it with 2 weapons in the game, none of which we possess. So it's not the pistols, Uzi's shotgun or grenade launcher. It's the crossbow and the revolver. But first we need to get those weapons. The revolver we are gonna get in the next thematic area of Egypt, so not in Alexandria. But the crossbow we are gonna get in the very next level, and that's a fun weapon. I love the crossbow in this one. Okay, so back to Jean-Yves' balcony. You can even jump on that side of the street, but it's a dead end, completely pointless, useless, that sort of thing. So let's make it a crossover here, and not forget the Uzi clips that one of the assassins dropped. How appropriate, given it took Uzi bullets to kill him. Well, for my choice of weapon anyway. It was totally doable with pistols, but where's the fun in that? And again, don't try to, jump, grab the switch from here, you'll just fall. Probably even take a little damage, not worth it. Remember corner shimmying. It took me a while to remember this is a legit thing we can do in this game. Okay, and just release, repress, important, and let go. Ever so satisfying. And since we already took care of the assassin inside this house, we can just go straight to the secret. Let me light up a flare because it's very dark, just so you see. There, large health pack, crossbow bolts, and that's it. So that's it pretty much for this hub area. Now there are more kills here. There are still 4 scorpions, but they will not appear until you re-enter this area from the next level. And we are gonna do that fairly soon. Not immediately, but very soon. Once we will be able to revisit our friend Jean-Yves and have a new cutscene triggered by him. Now, again, get the shotgun ready. Well, that was a rather unsuccessful ambush, wouldn't you say? And pick up the small health pack the last assassin drops. Now, it's going to be quite a while before we are going to get to see assassins again. So, let me do 2 things here. Let me first pull up the statistics screen. So, this was our first visit into Alexandria. Again, just a short introduction into Lara's home away from home, where we'll consult our friend repeatedly. And we are just going to encounter 4 more kills in the future, but for now we have got all the 11 items in this level, 9 kills that we could out of 13 so far, and we have found its one and only secret, bringing us to the total of 44. So with that in mind, let me make a save here, and you will notice that my saves list is empty. Yeah, I did some messing around with save files to clear this up, because you can only have, I believe, 15 save files. So I had to free up those slots, back up my save files, and now I put the Desert Railroad ending save here, which we're going to overwrite, because this is Alexandria chapter. Now, with those words, thank you guys for watching. Oh my god, you have so much to look forward to, and I hope my huge, enormous playlist chunked into various instances of various levels will be helpful, will make sense to help you find yourself wherever you are, and I will see you guys next time in Coastal Ruins.